Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today I have for you guys 10 things I wish I would have known before entering high school. These are some tips that I wish I would have known to become the best possible applicant by the time I'm a senior and just have an overall great experience as a high schooler. So I hope you find these valuable because I really find them valuable, and yeah, let's get right into it. So number 1, keep track of your community service hours and make sure to turn them in to make them official. So for my school, we had to turn in all our hours by the end of the year to our this high school administrator. I think it was in the career center for my school, and that way we got recognized within our county and everything. And I had no idea. So my freshman and sophomore year, I had so many hours that I didn't turn in, so they weren't accounted for, which is unfortunate. So definitely make sure you ask around, ask your counselor, ask teachers, club leaders who host some volunteering events, where to turn them in and what to do with them. And even if you're not required to turn them in, just keep track of everything. Make sure you get those hours signed and make copies for yourself, and then copies for if you have to turn them in. So yeah, definitely do that. Number 2, start volunteering. Now, if you've already been volunteering before your freshman year, that's great. Continue to do so and continue to, find more opportunities to go volunteer. If you haven't, freshman year is a great time to start because just think about all the hours you can accumulate by the time you're a senior. So I would recommend being involved in clubs, service clubs, so you can have opportunities to go volunteer. You can even volunteer at a hospital, at a soup kitchen, at a pet hospital, or a pet shelter, just whatever intrigues you. And also, back to my part 1, make sure you get those hours signed. You don't want to be like me, who goes to a community service event, forgets to get it signed, remembers 3 months later that I didn't get those hours signed, and it's like too late because the leaders are gone or they don't remember that I was there. So make sure you get them signed. Number 3, go clubbing. And by clubbing, I mean go participate in clubs. So this is something I regret not doing. I mean, I was involved in clubs, but only in 1.5 clubs, which is unfortunate because clubs are such a great way to earn volunteer service if it's a service club, and to meet people with the same interests, and also just have the opportunity to have leadership. So if you're involved in a club that you really like and you're very involved, supportive, just in the club, by the time you're an upperclassman, you may have the opportunity to lead out the club and become a leader, which is something great to have on your application when you're a senior. So yeah, definitely be involved in a club that you like, and not just to be a leader. I hope you actually enjoy the club. So yeah, and if none of the clubs at your school intrigue you, try to start a club. I know that's definitely possible, and starting it early means you have more time for it to grow. So yeah, definitely do that. Number 4, be friends with your teachers. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a teacher's pet, but just be on their good side, be nice to them, say good morning, goodbye, ask them questions when you need help, ask about their weekend or their day, whatever. Just try to build a relationship, because you'll definitely want to do this when you're a junior, because you want to get quality letters of recommendation, and you want to be able to feel comfortable asking those teachers that you've made a relationship to write you that letter. Because for me, I'm not the type of person to try to make friends with my teachers, and that's something I regret, because by the time I needed those letters of recommendation, I didn't feel comfortable asking any one of them. So definitely start making those relationships, start practicing now as you're a freshman. Number 5, counselors are there for your benefit. Now, for me, I didn't start talking to my counselor until the end of my junior year, which is something I regret, because they hold a lot of information that I would have loved to have known and would have helped answer a lot of my questions that I had. So yes, definitely don't be afraid to go to your counselor's office and ask questions about college, how to apply, any scholarships, any local volunteering things, anything. Even about your life, they're there to help you, they're there to talk to you, so just try and make a relationship with them. Plus, there's somebody that you'd want to get a letter of recommendation from, so by developing that relationship early on, it will be a much more heartfelt letter of recommendation when you're a senior. So yeah, I also have connections to local awards or anything. For me, I wasn't too close to my counselor, but I was close enough that she recommended me to a local award thing, and so I was rewarded in that organization. So it just goes to show, just try to make the effort to make yourself memorable to your counselor, and then opportunities will come up. Okay, number 6, try out for a sport, even if you don't know how to play it. Now, most of the time, freshmen are just beginners, they don't have much experience, or they're just trying out for a new sport, and sure, there's always that one freshman that makes it to varsity team, but for the most part, freshmen are beginners, they're newbies, so don't feel afraid to try out for a sport that you've never learned before. Trust me, this is the great time to try out because, like I said, everyone's new, everyone's starting out. Also, since you're still in high school, it's not as competitive as it would be if you were to try out in college. I mean, by the time you're in college, sports are just intramurals unless you're like high grade competitive and like great, but high school is a time to learn a sport that you never knew before. For me, I did tennis and basketball my freshman year, and I was a beginner at both sports. I did play a little bit beforehand, but not as much as, not really competitively. So yeah, I don't regret it. It was such a great time. I stayed in basketball for 2 years. I was, by the end of my sophomore year, that's the end of the season, I was really good, and I knew that if I continued to be in basketball I could really improve, but that would mean committing a lot of time that I didn't have, so I ended up quitting that and focusing more on tennis and also track. I started track my sophomore year, and I regret not doing it my freshman year, so do everything your freshman year. But anyways, back to my story. So I stayed in tennis for 4 years, and I was able to become captain my senior year, and I also was voted MVP 3 times and most improved once. So it's really amazing how if you just put in the time and the hard work and the effort, you really will be rewarded for your passion and your hard work. So definitely be committed to something that you like, and don't be afraid to try out for a sport. Okay, number 7, challenge yourself with classes, clubs, or extracurriculars. So this is all relative depending on you. Only you know how well you can study or learn things, but at the same time, don't think low of yourself. Definitely try to push yourself to be more than what you know you're capable of. I took some of the hardest AP classes at my school, and although I didn't get the highest grade, it was a great experience because I learned how college courses were like, and just, how much I'd have to work to, get the best grade. And also, it's a good time to start now while you're in high school, so that you can gain time management skills, which will be very helpful by the time you're going to college or basically in the future. So definitely push yourself. Number 8, make friends with the kids in your class and don't let your middle school friends hold you back. So for the first part, I mean, it's obvious everyone's going to high school, everyone's new as a freshman, there's a lot of new faces, and this is a great time to start making friends with them. Because you don't want to wait until your junior year when you see that one person that you've been in their class since freshman and sophomore year, but you never talk to them. You don't want to wait till junior year to talk to them. That's kind of weird. It's like you guys already know each other, but not so much. It's not impossible, but it's easier to just start your freshman year. So yeah, make the effort to make new friends. And also, the second part to this tip, don't let your middle school friends hold you back. By this I mean, don't feel like you have to be with them all the time. Open your horizons, open your friend circles, and do what you want. Like for me, my friend wanted me to join track with her, and I did, but she wanted me to do throws. And have you seen these arms? They're freaking noodles. So yeah, I wasn't meant for throws. Even the coach told me, oh, you look like one of the distance runners. And I was like, yeah, I know. So I ended up leaving her and going to sprints, which I did much better at. I was much better at that section of track. And so even though my friend was annoyed that I left her, at least I did something that I wanted and something that I was good at. So don't let your friends hold you back from trying what you want to do. Okay, number 9, high school parties aren't everything. So if you're going into high school thinking, oh yeah, I'm ready for those nice parties with all the drinking, the dancing, the drugs, and the hooking up, I mean, think about it again, think about what you're saying. I've only been to 2, and yes, there are drugs, there are drinking, but this all depends on who's hosting the party, and it's not my scene, so I didn't really have a good time. You can just think about the song Here by Alyssa Cara. That's how I felt, so just keep in mind that it's based on what you enjoy, based on your morals. I mean, if you're into that, I mean, go ahead, but it's not as fun as it seems, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But that's all up to you. And at the same time, if you do go to these parties, don't be peer pressured. If someone says, oh, you're not drinking? Oh, that sucks. Wow. You don't do drugs? Wow, that sucks. Don't feel pressured or like feel bad that you're not joining in with them. If you know your morals, keep true to them and don't be like pushed to try to be like the cool kids or whatever. So yeah. Finally, number 10, high school is way better than middle school, and freshman year will be maybe the funnest year ever because it's all filled with new experiences. You're meeting so many new people, you're going to new classes and everything. It's just a good time, and it was honestly one of the best years I had in high school just because I can only think of good memories from that year. Now, you would expect senior year to be the best year, but for me, I challenged myself a lot, so I was more stressed than having fun, which is unfortunate, but yeah. Freshman year will be good, because it's your easiest year, you're having a lot of new experiences, and yeah, and if it's not good for you, don't worry, it's only 4 years of your life, it'll go by real quick, and you'll be graduated like I am, real fast, like in the blink of an eye, so no worries. So yeah, that was all 10 tips of what I had for all of you entering high school, or already in high school and you didn't know. I really hope these helped you out because I know they would have helped me out had I known them before entering high school. So yes, that's all I have for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.